For the next week of my life, I'm going to be attempting to kill 100,000 mobs in Minecraft. Now to help you picture the sheer scale of this task, this is 100 mobs. The amount I need to kill is this times by 1,000, which is why you might be wondering the reason I'm doing all of this in the first place. And in order to understand that, we need to go back to just 3 days ago.
What word did you just say?
I had just been caught off guard and killed by a player named Twerps, who then stole from me my very first elytra on the server. I really wanted it back, which is why Twerps gave me an offer that if I could kill 100,000 mobs in the next week, he would return my original elytra. But if I failed, I would have to wear a Minecraft skin of his choice for the next month. Me thinking this challenge would be easy, hastily accepted. However, before I set off, Twerps told me this.
Ultra, don't expect anything to go your way, bud.
Now, I wasn't really sure what he was implying by this, but since I only had a week to complete this challenge, I went off without much thought on his words, with the only thing on my mind being to get 100,000 mob kills. And so, with a week on the clock, the grind was on. Currently, I have 9,271 mob kills. By the end of this week, I want to have 109,271 mob kills. Let's get started. I decided to start off this challenge by killing mobs the old-fashioned way of just wandering around and killing whatever's in sight. And so after about half an hour of doing this, I only got 100 kills. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. It was here where I really started to pick up on the true gravity of this challenge, and where I realized that if I ever wanted to see my original elytra back, I needed a better method of killing mobs, which is when something had come to my mind. Oh, I can use my team's mob farms to get kills. I might do that. Let me actually go there. My new plan was to utilize mob farms, more specifically, ones that me and my teammates had built in the past. These farms would then be able to optimize spawning rates, allowing me to get the most amount of kills in a short period of time. And if they're efficient, should be enough to help me keep up pace with the challenge. So I started heading to one of our team's farms. However, when I got there, I found it all strangely griefed. What the hell happened here? All this just didn't add up to me. I mean, just a few days ago, these farms were in perfect condition, yet now they were completely destroyed. I even tried going to other farms across the server, but they were all griefed as well. Bro, what is happening? Curious as to why these farms are destroyed, I decided to look around the area, and what I found answered all of my questions. Okay. Fine. Don't expect things to go your way. Wait, that's Twerps. Twerps did this. Bro, no way. Twerps was the one who had griefed the farms. He was intentionally sabotaging me. With this added into the equation, my challenge had only gotten harder. And what was even worse was that day 1 was also coming to an end, with me only having about 1,000 mob kills. So with the next day arriving, I knew that I had to switch up my strategy. I'm gonna need to step up my game if I want to beat this challenge. So I'm probably gonna need 2 mob killing methods. I need a safe place where I can like AFK for passive mob kills, and then I need like a really efficient place where I can grind at when I'm not AFK. I realized that if I wanted to get a good source of mob kills, I needed a place where I can safely AFK them, like when I'm sleeping, and a place where I can grind them when I'm not, which for the AFKing part, I had an idea, and it's this. You see, this is a simple spider farm that is fully AFKable that took me less than an hour to build. It uses a mob spawner that would give you a constant flow of mobs to kill, and using this, I can safely AFK with an auto clicker overnight. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Also, to make sure I don't starve to death, I built a beacon nearby where I AFK'd, and I know it looks ugly, I didn't have anything else to build it with. However, even with all of this, the AFK farm still had some serious flaws, and you not subscribing is one of them. But anyways, the main problem was that I still wasn't killing mobs fast enough. And with day 2 coming to a close, I only had 4,000 mob kills, which wasn't nearly enough to be on track. Things are not looking good right now. The only ways I could speed up the rate of mob kills is either by using other manual mob grinders or improving my current AFK one. Luckily for me, there are ways I could do that. It involves the server I play on, because on this server, you can steal strength from players, so if I got to the maximum of 5, then I would be able to kill mobs a lot faster. But with 5 days remaining, I definitely didn't have enough time to kill players, so instead, I got a teammate on to borrow their strength for the rest of the week, so I can complete this challenge.
Alright, basically, here you go. You need to sign the legal documents first. Wait, September is the 9th month of the year, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, there you go, Rev.
It's the 9th year of the month.
I thought you were gonna notice that and then think I was gonna like try to get you to sign an IOU or something.
I just did not.
Alright, so I'm gonna go now.
Alright. Now that I had +5 and the AFK farm for the night, the next thing I needed was a really efficient mob farm that I could grind out manually. And with day 2 coming to a close, with me having just about 12,000 mob kills, I set off to get an efficient mob farm on day 3. But Twerps had destroyed all the farms I knew about on the server, so that meant I was stuck. right? And for a bit, that is what I thought, as I needed to build a mob farm myself since every other one was gone. However, building one would take precious time away from mob killing, and I had no guarantee if the one I build would even be a good design. With me now so far behind on where I should be at, I felt hopeless. I mean, I'm currently 30,000 kills behind schedule. At this rate, I would never see my first elytra on the server ever again. It seemed so out of my control, and for a bit, I gave up. That is, until I heard this.
Yo, I'm gonna go work at the Enderman farm real quick.
There's an Enderman farm?
Yeah, I built it like a couple weeks ago.
Bro. That was my key, and I still had a chance to win this challenge. Now you may be wondering what just happened there and why I'm suddenly so hopeful. Well, you see, the person I was just talking to was a player named Something Blue, and while he may seem like a normal guy, he is actually a teammate of Twerps, and he had just revealed to me that he had built an Enderman farm on the server, which now gave me an idea. You see, Twerps, for obvious reasons, seemed to have not griefed the farms that his teammates had built, so if I could somehow locate some of them and grind there secretly, I would never be interrupted by Twerps ever again, which would give me a solid chance to complete the challenge. So with a new goal in mind to find some of these farms, I headed to the end to find the Enderman farm. Essentially, where we're going to be going now is to the end. Upon arriving on the end, I looked around the main island and found nothing before searching the outer edges until... Oh, is that it? Is that it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Okay, so that is the Enderman farm. This was great. I had successfully found the Enderman farm, and now the only thing left to do was to grind in it and test its full capabilities to see if it is fast enough to help me get another 80,000 kills in the next 4 days. This is really scary. Oh my, that is a void? That is really scary. This is really scary. Let's do this. Okay, oh my god, this is fast. Holy! The new Enderman farm ended up being extremely fast, allowing me to get hundreds of kills in a matter of minutes. And by the end of day 3, I had 30,000 kills, slowly catching up to where I should be at. So I plan to continue that trend on day 4, which in order to do that, I headed back to the Enderman farm to grind again. However, of course, with everything, there was a new obstacle, and that was not getting caught by Twerps, because if he finds out I'm using his farms, he can easily stop me. Oh god, he's on. Twerps had just logged on, and considering that I'm halfway into my challenge, that could only mean one thing. He was out to hunt me down, to set me back and completely stop my progress. As more of Twerps' team got on, I had to be extremely careful to not discern him in my location. Now, it also didn't help me that while this farm is owned by Twerps, it is also public to the entire server, meaning other server members can catch me here. Bro, there's someone here. I wasn't sure if the other server members knew about my challenge with Twerps or even the fact that we were enemies, but I couldn't risk them snitching on me to him that I was here. So for now, I decided to leave, which halted my progress at around 45,000 kills. However, with Twerps and his alliance currently patrolling the world to kill me and prevent me from getting to 100,000 kills, it seemed no place on the server was safe, which is why for now, I decided to retreat to the relative safety of my AFK spider farm, and although I would be getting less kills here, it is better than being potentially killed and losing everything. Besides, this place is safe. I mean, with it being so far, Twerps can never get to it, so all I had to do was to wait until he logged off, right? However, for some reason, Twerps did not get off the server, even as it was getting late for him. Something didn't feel right. He should have given up by now, unless he already knew where I was from the start. But before I could even react, Twerps had struck.
I thought he left VC after I said that.
No, yeah, no.
Hey, Ultra.
Oh my god.
What's up? What's up?
Okay, Salem.
So, jumping Ultra. Alright.
Yeah, little bro is killing recording. Thank God for split audio.
It took so long to find you, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah, it took way too long to find this.
Kill him.
You just die Ultra, you know? It'd be nice.
Please. You make it real easy for us.
I was in an extremely bad spot, getting 3v1 by Twerps' team with no help in sight. I needed a way to get out of here fast, because if I died, not only would I lose all my items, but potentially lose the entire challenge.
Run.
He's messing his team.
No, he has no team, bro. He has no one is gonna come save you, Ultra. Your stupid statistics, it ends today, bro. You don't have a seal skin either. So it's just...
Okay, chill out. Alright.
I told you, today was gonna be a new day, man. Clearly that's where this is leaving you.
Didn't you like learn last time?
Oh, alright, there we go.
I lost everything. All of my items in my entire temporary base gone, with me also having lost out on thousands of mob kills. Day 4 was about to end and I still was only about halfway there. Maybe this challenge was impossible from the start and that I had chosen a losing battle. It seemed that my first elytra would never be mine again forever. No. It can't end just like this. I had bounced back from a loss once before during this challenge, and I can do it again because while I may have no items currently, there is one advantage that I have over Twerps, and it's the fact that he thinks he's won. This means he would have his guard lowered and I can use that chance to recover. Alright, time to craft this back. I immediately crafted myself a plain set of diamond armor before sneaking back to the end and grinding at the Enderman farm to the point my sword was almost broken, getting me to around 60,000 mob kills. Also using that XP, I was able to grind back my gear lost. Yo, things were finally looking up and still no sign of Twerps. I spent my hours grinding to 65,000, 70,000, 75,000 kills and was making great progress. Bro, this is so good. Finally, by day 6, I was for the first time on track to completing this challenge. My gear was fully recovered and I was on the final stretch. But there was still a big risk left. You see, I'm currently grinding at Twerps' Enderman farm, but if he catches me, I would most likely die again. And at this point in the challenge, any death would set me back to the point of me losing. I couldn't let this happen no matter what, which meant I needed another farm to grind at whenever Twerps was in the end. The only other farm I knew about on the server was a gold farm built by another one of Twerps' teammates. However, there was a catch with the design of this farm. It required 2 players, and at first glance, it seemed simple to pull off. I could just get one of my teammates on, but I can't. You see, this entire week, I had been hiding the fact that I was even doing this challenge from all the other server members, and that included my teammates. So if I suddenly told them now, then they might see me as a liar and potentially kick me off. I couldn't risk it, which is why I needed to find another person to do it with. So I attempted to contact players, and soon enough, a person named Posh had responded.
Gold is such an issue right now, man. I need gold.
Do you want to do it right now then? The gold farm?
The gold where it is plus, right? The gold farm.
Oh yeah, I have the quartz. This was great. He needed gold as well, which meant he could help me at the farm. I could give him gold while I kill the mobs. It was perfect. Or was it? Because there was one problem. How could I trust him? I mean, I've never really interacted with him on the server, so I didn't know if he was the kind of person to betray or lie to others. For all I know, he could be working with Twerps, but it was either this or I risked potentially losing the challenge. So with everything on the table, I decided to trust him, heading to the gold farm to grind. I'm here.
But they do take a while to get through, obviously.
Yeah, they're all spawning. Okay. Posh actually didn't do anything to me. In fact, for the next few hours, we grinded at the farm. I felt so relieved, and with this help, I had passed 90,000 mob kills, with the last 10,000 left to go.
An actual scam. You're a scammer. You're a scammy scammer.
Oh my god, he's giving me gold blocks.
Alright, thank you, Posh. After finishing up at the gold farm, completely undetected by Twerps, I returned to the end to finish where I started once and for all. For the next 4 hours, all I did was kill mobs, pressing left click over and over again. At this point in the challenge, nothing could stop me, not even Twerps. I mean, my man didn't even log on. But finally, after many hours and a whole week of grinding, I was at my final few kills. Alright, this is the last hit, the last swing that allowed me to get 100,000 mob kills. And there we go. Oh my god. We have officially gone 100,000 mob kills. Oh my god. Let's go, bro. In this moment of great triumph, I thought back to everything I had done in this past week. From grinding mobs to gathering intel to sneaking into my own enemies' farms just to grind kills. Concluding that yes, it is very possible to get 100,000 mob kills in 1 week. So with every loose end about to be tied, I confronted Twerps one last time to get my first elytra back. So, I believe I did complete the challenge.
Yeah, because you literally have no life. God damn, you spent 4 days, 5 days just grinding mobs straight.
Yeah.
And I literally couldn't even do anything because you just...
Yeah, I might have went a bit overboard. I did get like a 10,000 extra kills, but...
Oh, well.
No.
Alright, well, a deal's a deal.
I think I get my airplane back. I think I get my...
Let's stand over there. Alright, well...
Oh my god, my
deal's
server.
a deal.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay.
There you go. Well, all that
fine.
work for that. I hope it's worth it because eventually, I'm gonna take it off your dead body.
You're gonna get it back, bro? I'm not wearing that anymore, dog. It's in my chest.